What's happening there, YouTube? Genji here, and today we're becoming artillery operators in Iron Nest, a diesel-punk turret simulator that's part military strategy and part job sim, requiring us to not only work out our own firing solutions, but also manually operate the inside of a massive machine of war, loading, aiming, and firing the turrets using actual mechanisms inside our armored juggernaut, and then hopefully seeing the target become a smoldering crater. At least that's the promise, but we'll see how much they actually can deliver on once we hop into a new game. So, I'm gonna put myself in the corner, and we're gonna hop in. Let's play. We have one operation, I guess, and that is calibration fire. The tutorial. Iron Nest has been commissioned. Pre-operational ranging is required before active deployment. A target has been designated by High Command for calibration purposes. Confirmation of fire accuracy is the sole objective. Let's begin. Calculate, load, rotate, elevate, and fire. We'll go through that one more time when the time comes. But first, the window moved as soon as I started the game, so I need to reposition this. Whoa. Okay, we're ready. So we have a clipboard. Okay, tab brings up the clipboard, which gives us a compass slash time. Seconds, 19, 20, yep. Okay. Iron Nest Protocol. 1, read. 2, measure. 3, calculate. 4, load. 5, rotate. 6, elevate. 7, fire. I think we can handle that. High Command notice. For no machine rises alone. It is carried by the operators who answered the call. In the credits accessible from the main menu, you will find the names of every son and daughter of Castile who answered the call to mobilization. Their support became part of Iron Nest's very foundation. Now their names are forever forged into the machine they helped bring to life. You too can stand beside us, operator, and help forge the future of Iron Nest. Okay, this is a supporters page. Let's see, what can I get into here? Bearing distance, press F to pick up. What is this? This is a vinyl record. We can slot in for some tunes, yo. The vinyl player of war. All right. Is this a volume slider? Or... Hopefully this isn't copyrighted music. Let's keep this on the down low. All right, we got the mood going a bit. So here's our map. Receiver, calculator, map, loader left, loader right, elevator, rotor, and fire controls. So is there a UR here? Is this requisition? Is this where we're at? And we want to find, our first step is to read. So we want to find some kind of like a telegram station so we can receive our orders. Oh, here it is. Oh my god, it's humongous. High Command to Iron Nest. Iron Nest is operational. Calibration fire is ordered. Plot your firing trajectory to target on map. Fire HE shell to target. Iron Nest location H355. What is this? Oh, we can jot down. So we want specific information, so we want to fire a high explosive shell. We're firing, our location is H355. Target coordinates are Q442, and then glory to Castile. Okay, so here's our map. Press E for map view. We can zoom out. So we're at, is this us here? We're at H3, where do we see 55? Is this a tutorial or, let's see, look. Measure distance and bearing. So we left click, I guess, to start rotating, and then left click again when we get a target rotation. Delete markers, beware of bearing rounding errors. 90 degrees, plus or minus 0.5 degrees. Over what distance, though? Beware of bearing rounding errors. I wonder if that's something that that's knowable, or if it's something we have to just like get a feel for. So this is us. We're at H3. Oh, okay, I see. There's a subgrid inside H3. So 5, 5. Here's 4, 5, 6, 5, 5. We can put ourselves here. I guess we want to point this at that spot. Otherwise, we're not really going to be able to tell what the center of this is underneath, or if we're covering up that marker. So we're here, I'm guessing. And then our target is at Q4, NOPQ4. Oh, they've already put it on the map for us. 4-2, dead nut center of the giant target. Okay, let's look at the rest of the clipboards around. So I see a couple over here. We've got map icon keys. Blue is ally, red is enemy. Reference point is a green X. Underground, I guess AP is armor piercing. Triple star is high priority plus additional requisition points. Black is an immobile structure. And then we have specific types of icons inside the keys. We've got an X for infantry, a single diagonal slash for recon, a dot for artillery, a rounded pill shape for mechanized. Oh. And then, can I hide this? Can I hide this? Can I get this out of the way? I can see somewhat as it moves, it says fire director, pauses CBT, and then a supply cache. Okay. Triangulation. Mark both bearing angles. Their intersection is the target. Where do I get my bearing angles from? Note, a bearing and distance intersect twice. Or through two distances. So we're using some triangulation here. A bearing and distance intersect twice. So this kind of feels like that internet challenge where you're tasked to like find a person who's randomly hidden across the country, and like every 24 hours you're allowed to know exactly how far you are from them. And the question is, how long would it take you, or if you could find them within a certain amount of time? And the answer is, realistically, if you know how to do it, you could find or triangulate them with just two distance calculations, because you would just overlay the circumferences of those two distance calculations, and you'd have basically just 2 points where they could possibly be, and that's where those two circles intersect. So I'm guessing it's something like that, but I'm gonna have to maybe play with this a bit to really understand what's happening here. So we're getting a bearing and a distance, so we know a direction and we know an approximate distance, and then based on those two things geometrically, we know the target has to be at a point where our bearing intersects our distance calculation, right? Or if we don't have a bearing, we'll have two distances and then those 2 points. Okay, yeah, this is exactly that challenge. Okay, I feel a little bit more confident now. What information? Well, we have coordinates, though, so we don't really need to calculate a potential target because we know exactly where the target is, right? We're aiming directly for this. I don't know what this is about. We've got a degree, 61.8, and a distance, 0.36 kilometers. That gives us a bearing, but I don't know why it's way down here. What the significance of that is. Let's keep looking around. So we've read. Number 2 is measure. I'm not sure what we're measuring just yet. So we had to, it said based on this clipboard that we need to click and drag this? No. Measure distance and bearing. Left click the, maybe not the marker itself, maybe like the circle, and then drag. Beware of bearing rounding error. So we click here and then, so we want to know what the distance and bearing is from here to here. Right? So this didn't change. So is this me accidentally clicking? Can I delete? Yeah, okay, that must have been me accidentally clicking on the map. So this is our actual firing solution, or at least our distance and our bearing. So this is 85.5 degrees. Can I mark that somehow? 85.5 degrees and 8.94 kilometers. Now I don't know how we're calculating the bearing rounding error. How we know that we have a bearing rounding error just yet. Get rid of that. Can I mark this down here? Yellow? Why can't I write on the clipboard? Oh, they already gave it to us. 85, this. Red? I want this. Bearing distance. What is this one I just deleted? The 61.8? Or is there another one on the map here? I don't see another one. We'll just know 85.5. Okay, let's back out. So after we do our calculation, or after we do our measurements, then we have to calculate. So there's a calculation station, which is just next to the map, to the left of where we were. Here we go. The ballistic calculator. Step 1, input distance to target using a wheel. Okay, so we have like 7.42, so we're going to want distance is going to be 8.94. 2, select the number of powder charges. There's a formula here, so at 0.5 kilometers we need 1. Or is that? I think that's 5 kilometers. At 5 kilometers we need 1. At 10 we need 2. 15 we need 3. 20 we need 4. 25 we need 5. And then 30 we need 6. So we're at 8.94, which is over 5, so we would need 2 firing charges, right? And then 3, calculate gun elevation. And that's what gives us our angle, 85.5 degrees. Okay. I think I'm getting it. What's next? Load, number 4. So let's do our calculations first. Distance to target is 8.94. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.9. Oh, we're gonna have to do this under duress at some point, aren't we? 8.94 kilometers. Select powder charges should be 2, I would guess, based on this distance, because a single is only gonna get us to 5 kilometers. I'm just hoping... I don't know if we're supposed to round up or round down. Like, if we do 2, is it 2 a minimum of 10, or is it a maximum of 10? Oh, we can actually tell. Okay, if there's 2 arrows, so the 10, the pale arrow is showing us a minimum of 5, and then the red arrow is showing us a maximum of 10. Okay. Then we have to do... Oh, they're hiding something from us. Then we have to do... This doesn't do anything. We have to do a elevation. What? Is it this again? No. 9.4. Calculate required elevation. Gun elevation. Oh, that's the gun elevation. That's not our angle. I think. Calculate gun elevation. So what do we do with our 85.5 degrees? That's the rotation that we have to put the turret at, right? Okay, so 53.64 is our gun elevation, or our barrel elevation. 4 is load. Where's our loading station? Loader is just to the right. Press E to interact. So where do we get... Oh, what is this now? Oh, this is the loader station. Let's see. Gun loading. Select shell, ram shell, dispense powder charges, and ram powder charges. Okay, so we need an HE shell, right? Medium capacity, high explosive shell, medium blast radius. Shell selector system pressure, shell rammer system pressure. Uh-oh. We're gonna lose system pressure at some point. So how do we... HE shell. HE shell. HE shell. We'll use that. Load. Yo. It definitely feels weighty. Okay, we need 2 powder charges. Calculated powder charges, loaded is 0. So we need to load 1. That is a humongous charge. Load 2. And then accept. Dude. This is so satisfying to watch. Okay, and it's plugging the barrel. Locking it in. Okay, let's back out. Powder charge system pressure is full. Powder charge storage, we have 98 charges left. System pressure is good. So, I assume this is just kind of walking us in order as we go down, but next is going to be elevate number 6. Elevator is just past the loader. Yeah, so you basically just walk forward. So you do map, you do calculate, you do charges, and shell and charges. Then we've got elevation console. Confirm your calculated gun elevation. Auto rotation lever and fine adjustment wheel. So how do we actually, I feel like we're skipping a step where we actually set the 85.5 degrees firing angle. Where is that done at? That's the elevation, but that's not our bearing. Is that done here? Left gun elevation, right? Well, we only loaded the left gun. Confirm your calculated gun elevation. Rotate lever. We need to rotate this to 53.64. Can we do this quickly? Oh yeah. It still takes time though. You have to calculate that into the amount of time you have available to fire. So for 53, we're going up, or we're at 37. Really? We need to go, I thought I put it at 45. We need to go a lot further. 45. Oh, it's the golden indicator. There we go. 51, and we're going to 53.64. 5, 3, 6, 4. 53.64. We're not going... Yeah, the right gun's locked anyway. Turret rotation. This is what I've been looking for. We need to rotate this to 85. Input your desired bearing. Auto rotation lever, fine adjustment wheel. Huh? This is the auto rotation lever. What does that mean? Oh, just hold it this way and it'll just go. So we're going to 85. We're spinning. I can see the map moving in the background. That's fun. Oh, we went too far. Too far. Nope, stop. Stop, stop, stop. Okay, so this needs to be on red, otherwise it'll go in the opposite direction. So 81, 83, 84, 85... 0.5 FM, the grunge. Okay, I think we're ready. 85.5, 53.64. I don't know about the rounding error. Left gun, 53.64. Okay, we can see everything here. Right gun's not being fired. Fire mission confirmed. Let's see, let's read this first. 1, confirm fire mission. 2, arm the firing gun. 3, fire. Let's do it. Let's confirm our fire mission. Confirm. Okay, this is like asking if we've double-checked everything and we're actually sure. Are you sure you want to continue? Do you have the right shell type, HE? Do you have the right bearing, which is 85.5? The right elevation, which is 53.64? And then gun armed. We're ready. Where's the lever? Right here? What does this do, though? You haven't explained this. Oh well. What mode is this? Oh. And this? There's so many other levers here that have not been explained. Well. Pull it. Oh. What? Okay, we have to do that first. Now we have the warning lights. Now we're armed. And now we pull. Yo! Unless there's like a number, a smaller number that's bouncing up and down behind the arm. But the arm is still moving in the correct direction, at least. Come on. Boom! Okay. Looked like we hit our target. I have no idea what our target was. Oh, what is this? This to, like, reopen the blast door? Oh, never mind. It's doing it for us. Oh, that's where we go to sleep. Okay. Gotcha. That opens and closes that. How do we put this away? Put the board away. Put the board away. Caps lock. Caps lock hides it? So, such a interesting choice. Alright, this update. High command to Iron Nest. Calibration confirmed. Iron Nest is combat ready. Stand by for operational orders. Quarters are located below. Retire to your bunk and stand down for the night. Glory to Castile. Okay, I guess that's a success. So do we power down? Master power. Oh, we have another vinyl here. Can we store these somewhere? How do I take this back? Go. Okay, we'll let that play for a bit. Are there any more hidden around? Let's just take a quick peek around. There's something hidden here we can't touch yet. Can we climb? We can hide under the machinery. Whoop. We can fall over the rails down to our bunk room. Ooh, what is all this? Oh, here's all the backers. Their names are literally inscribed on the barrels of the guns. Look at that. Oh, that's crazy. M. Frostwolf. Fury Wings. Good guy, tall boy. Okay, we've got a button to open the blast doors, I guess. Very slowly. There we go. I think that's just a static image. It's just like a ping of the Nevada countryside. So, that works. I mean, all the action's going on inside here. Let's loop around. Take a look at the rest of this. All very intricately rendered machinery. Alright. Let's bunk. Very cool. We've got our bed and our books. And another radio and another disc. Oh, which we're not allowed to touch. We went straight to bed. Monstrous strike on Mercy Ward. Official report. Anti-monarchists detonated a bomb in the hospital's entry courtyard, murdering 163 and maiming over 300 citizens. A brutal atrocity meant to shatter the very heart of Castile. The attack occurred during visiting hours, which has been described by the king as particularly unsporting. Why do I get the feeling that this supposed anti-monarchist detonation was actually us firing our calibration shot? And the news is spinning this into a kind of a terrorist attack? Price, 1 centimo. 1895. Okay. We're being particularly unsporting. Duty fulfilled. Earn gold on all medals in calibration fire and just calibrating achievements. Accuracy 100%. Shots fired 1. Total kills 2. Allies killed 1. Oh no! Enemies killed 1. Requisition spent 0. Longest kill streak 1. Average kills per impact 1. Most kills by single impact 1. Ordnance efficiency laurel. Okay. Punch cards unlocked. Medium capacity, high explosive shell, medium blast radius. Punch cards is like requisitions, a star shell. Parachute delayed illumination shell lights the target area for scouting. Okay, so this means we got 10 of these and 2 of these? Can we look at the map? I guess not. All-time kills high scores. Whoa! Super zoom. Oh, interesting. There's a scoreboard. There's a competitive scoreboard. Okay. What else do we got? Challenge mission high scores. And then round 2, or mission 2, we've gone from calibration fire to fire and light. Intelligence has identified an anti-monarchist element operating within the city. Separately, High Command has scheduled a celebratory illumination over the Royal Palace to mark the General's Peace Initiative. Iron Nest has been assigned both operations. Okay, so make sure you don't accidentally get them reversed and fire the HE shell at the Royal Palace. Man, every time it goes into like a cutscene, it moves the window on my monitor. Let me fix this. There we go. It centers the window in my ultra widescreen. Kitty cat! Press G to shoo Hastur. Press F to pick up Hastur. How do I pet Hastur? Kitty cat. Oh, look at his little paws. We're gonna carry him with us. Come with us, Hastur. We're gonna check out the rest of our bunk area. We got some radiators. We've got... just toss him down. Cat customization. Cat name Hastur. He can be a kitten. Oh my god, look at him. He's adorable. General hat. He's got a tiny hat. This is insanely cute. We'll give him a little black, like, conductor's hat. Eye color. 5 options for eye color. We'll give him green eyes. Can he be a tabby? Kind of. He can be orange. Oh, there's some tabby colors. There we go. Head round, 56. What does that mean? Oh god, he's so chubby. He stores all of his fat in his head. This canned tuna is going straight to his head. Head square. Ears round. I cannot believe there's a full cat customization in this war artillery sim. Nose wide, nose narrow. Snout up, snout down. Snout size. Cheeks pointy. Back up. Oh. He's upset there's somebody on board with us. Back arch. Oh god. We'll give him a little beef. Belly fatness, maximum chunk. Our little chunky boy. Oh god. How can he be simultaneously fat and skinny? Well, that's a bit odd. Leg thickness. Neck thickness, tail thickness. Jaw size. I can't even see his jaw. Pupil size. Oh, he's dialed in. He's ready to pounce. Maximum cuteness. Maximum kill. There we go. Tired eyes. That's not tired eyes. That's angry eyes. Anyway, enough playing with the cat. Commander Hastur. We can wash our hands. We can wash our hands again. Oh, that's the sink for cooking. This is for washing our hands. Taking a poo. I guess this is the shower. The door, we're not allowed to leave. And then coffee can slot. Cup slot. What? Cup slot. Oh, espresso machine. Balance heat and pressure throughout brewing. 1. Select roast. 2. Place your cup. 3. Balance heat and pressure. 4. Start and stop brewing. This is now a cafe simulator. So we want to, I guess, keep everything in the green, right? But what are our knobs? What knobs can we turn to control this? Too much. We go backwards. Kind of? It's like either all in or nothing. You can't get it to stop somewhere. Oh, kind of. We're gonna let it creep up. Creep up. Almost. Slowing down. Okay, and then we want this one. Slowly. Oh, oh, oh. Now this is going haywire. More. More. More! Okay. Less. Right about there. Now we have to redial this one. Right about there. Oh, now this one's out of control. Oh my god. This is crazy! Okay. Through. Less. Right about there. This, we need less. We need less. Right there. Is it done? It's done. I think. Oh, wait, this has to go to 10? Oh no. Wait. Now it's stopped. Oh, whatever. We got a drink. I think we got it. What's our rating? Rate me. Grade perfect. Wait, what? Quality 51. Timing 0. Oh, we didn't let it brew at all. Yeah, I canceled it too soon. I saw the steam and I thought it meant that it was poured already. Oh well, we'll do better tomorrow. Caps lock, now that we know how it works. Get this out of here. Caps lock. Go away. Okay. We've had some perfect but disappointing coffee somehow. What do we have here? Pressure, quit to main menu. Is there a save button? Does it save automatically? I think that's everything. So let's get up. We'll do round 2. What was it? Let's see what our mission is for today. High command to Iron Nest. A hostile element has been identified within the city. Triangulate the target position and destroy it. Ordnance. HE only. Wait, this isn't the mission that we accepted. I thought we had like a dual... We had to fire on somebody and do a... like a light show. Where'd that go? Okay, anyway. Ordnance. HE only. Let's get this up here. Caps lock. HE only. Check adjacent typewriter for field reports. Adjacent typewriter? What adjacent typewriter? Let's get some music going. We had started playing this one. Oh yeah, let's get the one from downstairs as well. We'll bring that up here. I tried to grab it, and it just clicked on the bed anyway. Kitty cat. Hello? Oh, there it is. Oh, we have another one down here. Founding recruits. Oh, this is just more backer stuff. Can I pick this up? There we go. Okay. Let's drop this. Oh, here's the adjacent typewriter. Target 1. Bearing 93 degrees from spotter 1 and 43 degrees from spotter 2. So we have to triangulate the target. Check adjacent typewriter for field reports. So Iron Nest is at H355. H355, so we're still in the same spot. Observation assets. Spotter 1. And let's do spotter 1. And then spotter 2. Bearing from spotter 2. Okay. So let's get in here. So we've got a marker there and there. Are these in the right spots? So spotter 1 is at L9 2-2. No. Reset token marker, delete all map measurements, reset kill tokens. Huh. What are these? These are... I think these are spotters. I think these are guys with binoculars. So we want spotter 1 is at L9. So HIJK L9 at 2. Starts from the bottom, so 2-2, right? 2-2. Right there. And then spotter number 2 is at N2 3-2. So LMN 2 3 1 2 3 1 2. How granular can we get with displacement? Pretty granular. Okay, so HE is just the blast radius of different types of rounds. So we want high explosives. Oh, look at that. Okay, that's pretty cool. Noted. This is the arm for the actual firing. How do we do... Like, if I want to know a radius around a specific area. So, like, we've got... bearing... I guess this isn't going to be a circumference. This is going to be where the two bearings overlap, right? So, bearing 93 from spotter 1. So we want bearing 93 even? 093 degrees. Right, because this is 360. Yeah, so let's just go this way. 93. We don't get any kind of 93. We don't get a decimal point. 93. And then from spotter 2, we've got 43. We actually need this to be a bit... Can I drag this out again? Delete that. Delete that. We need this to be a little bit longer. We need this to be 93 degrees. 93.0. So right at that intersection. And then our HE shell is going to have that blast radius. So we want... Oh, this gave us a bunch of... We want to put our... How do I delete these? I don't care about these. We want to put our firing solution. We're at H355. We want our firing solution to be this. To go straight to here. So we want 66.4 degrees at 13.1 kilometers. I think. Let's see. Input distance to target. 13.01. 13.01 kilometers. At 13 kilometers, we're going to need 3 firing charges, right? 1, 2, 3. Why would they give you the option to do more, though? Based on the calculation, you just always do the minimum, right? Calculate required elevation. There we go, 52.04. Then we come here, we're going to load... we already have this ordnance HE only. So we're going to load an HE shell. With 3 charges. Load her up! Okay. Then... There it is. I was like, why is it locked? I guess it's automatically returning to the previous elevation we had it at. Actually, it's going to be pretty close to where it needs to be anyway. We need 52. I think we were at 55 before. So there's 53. We want this at 5204. 52... Whoa, too far. 520654. 5204 degrees. And then this is 5204, yep. And then our firing elevation is... Where was that done at? This is this is turret rotation, yeah, right. Turret rotation is 66.4. See, how quick is it to do it this way? Not very quick. Not very quick at all. Let's go to 66. 55, 60, 5, 6. Too far, too far, too far, too far, too far. There's a bit of a... There's some momentum to it. 66, close enough. 66.4. Okay, let's double check. Can I sit in the chair? Our fire mission is confirmed. Shell type is HE. Bearing is 66.4, right? Elevation, left gun 5204. Gun armed. We're all in. So then we do lock in or arm the left turret. And fire! It's moving in the right direction. Come on. Getting quiet. And... boom! Dead. Oh. It's a bit off, but that's fine. I think that should be within the radius. Is that the exact... like if we do this... it's a bit off. This shows that it's a bit wider than the actual blast radius. So, civilian riot, civilian riot. What did we actually hit? We hit a civilian riot. I guess those are the anti-monarchists? How'd we do? High command to Iron Nest. High command to Iron Nest. Target destroyed. Reconnaissance photos transmitted. 2 additional hostile elements have been identified in the recon photos. Destroy both before proceeding. So do we want... we can hit both if we do, like, Dead Nut Center, right? And then the stars are... There was that thing that showed... the stars are high priority plus additional requisition points. We would just want to hit the center of that, right? So let's just delete this. We're going to fire from here and hit... I guess we can't really do the middle of it. If we do 5 or 6-3, that should hit both of them based upon the average size of this explosion, this crater. So let's... this is 68, so let's get rid of this. Boop. And we want this firing solution, or this this target information. Destroy both for proceeding. Okay, so we're going to load another... well, let's start here. We're going to do 13.1, which is going to be the same number of charges. Let's calculate... well, this is going to say exactly the same, right? Same distance. The only thing that's going to change is the bearing. I guess. So we'll do 52.04. Bearing's going to change to 68. .3. We're going to load an HE shell. Okay. Then two charges, or 3 charges. 1, 2, 3. Ram it in. We're gonna try really hard not to think about how messed up it is to fire a heavy artillery shell at a civilian riot. 68.3 turret rotation. Our elevation should still be at 68.3. Or, 52.4. Slowly working its way there. Notice there's on our stopwatch there, as the elevation is going up, we're getting, I guess, a angular marker, an angular indicator on our stopwatch that went to 34 for some reason and not 52. I'm not sure exactly what that means, so let's go through this. So fire mission confirmed. Shell type is HE. Bearing 68.3 confirmed. Elevation 5204 confirmed. Gun armed. Arm gun. Fire away. Hide that. We'll teach those filthy anti-monarchists. Civilian riot. Boom. Destroyed. Oh, get me out of here. Escape. High command to Iron Nest. Targets destroyed. Phase 1 complete. A second fire mission is now authorized. High command orders Starburst over the Royal Palace. Ordnance. Star shell only. Alright, let's get our board up. Caps lock. There we go. And we want to delete. We don't care about the coffee stuff or any of this. Let's delete this and this. Fresh slate. Clean slate. So star shell only. Fire in the vicinity of the coordinates below. A ground observer will mark corrections directly on impact recon photos. Adjust and repeat fire until high command confirms satisfactory burst position. Yellow numbers equals distance from the impact point to target. Yellow arrows equals direction from the impact point to target. Oh, distance and direction. Yellow numbers is distance, yellow arrows is direction. What? Approximate illumination coordinates. Bearing 250 from spotter 1, so spotter 1... is this. And... oh, that's target. Hang on. Target number 1. Oh yeah, no, it's the same. Okay, so spotter 2 is... oh, we don't know. Spotter 2... we don't know anything about spotter 2 yet. So redo this. So we just know spotter 1, spotter 1, spotter 1. We are presumably still at the same spot. So let's clear this, this, and this. And we want to know, we've got... our spotters are still in the same location, I'm guessing. So from spotter 1, we have bearing 250 degrees. We don't see the Royal Palace on the map. I'm guessing it's maybe this. We'll just go all the way. So 250 degrees. Distance. Okay, so we get an exact bearing 250. Distance 3.86. Way back here. 3.86. Bearing 250. That's this way. 250, 3.86. So H758. $250, 3.86. But wait. Now what is this? Target number 1, bearing 93. Oh, was this the last mission? I think that was this mission, okay. So this is nothing. So we have a bearing in a distance, and we're gonna fire Star Shell at that, which means we're gonna have to go back into map mode here, and then we're gonna have to calculate our trajectory, our bearing to 58 is 0 degrees, 4.32 kilometers. So let's delete this. Right? So, our distance is 4.32. 4.32 kilometers. That's going to be one shell, or one powder charge, right? That's a maximum of 5. So set this to 1. Calculate elevation. Did you have to put that there? Thank you. We're going to load a star shell. Parachute delayed illumination shell. Lights the target area for scouting. Load it. Charges. Ram it. Okay. Elevation is going to be 51.8, and I guess while we're waiting for that, we can set our rotation to 0 degrees. Very satisfying noises. Very good sound design. 6.5, a little bit more. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So close. 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, and then our elevation is going to be 51.84. 83, 84. Okay, let's check it. Fire mission confirmed. Shell type, star. Bearing. That is 0.0. Elevation, 51.84. Feeling armed. Well, I guess we should probably arm the gun first and then hit the checklist. Alright. Fire in the hole! Here she goes. And illumination. Okay, so here's our arrows, and then we have these blue boxes. Caps lock, let's hide that. So let's check. Where was this? No. No, get rid of that. Get rid of that. That's what we've got. Blue box with a dot. Blue box with a dot is artillery. And then the green shell means underground? Maybe? We don't care about that because this is all allied, right? Look at that. That's pretty cool. June 14th, 1927. How did I get these satellite images in 1927? Very interesting. Maybe a balloon? Anyway, so we have 3.28 kilometers somewhere in this direction. So let's see what we can do with that information. Yellow numbers is the distance from the impact point to the target. Yellow arrows equals the direction from the impact point to the target. Fire in the vicinity of the coordinates below. A ground observer will mark corrections directly on the recon photos. Adjust and repeat fire until high command confirms satisfactory burst position. Okay, so we're going to go 3.28 kilometers in this, somewhere in this direction. 3.28 kilometers, somewhere between these two arrows. So like 275.4 degrees. And then we need to know our bearing from there to here. That is 324.8 at 5.67 kilometers. So let's do this. Distance is 5.67. 6.7. It's going to be 1 powder charge. Calculate. Not enough charges. Oh, it's over. Oh, I misunderstood. Okay, so it's not that we don't have enough in stock, it's that 5.67 is more than 5 kilometers. Okay, so we didn't have enough set. Oopsie, my bad. Escape out of this. Okay, so 34.02 is our elevation. Now we do Star Shell. Right, we're not high explosiving this. Non-combat operation. 1, 2 charges. Ram it in. Yeah. Yes. Good. Okay, while that's setting its elevation, we'll set our rotation to 324.8. Can we go backwards? We can. That'll make this a lot easier. 3, 40, 30, 28, 7, 6, 5, 4. 0.8 on the nose. 324.8. Perfect. We'll dial this into 34.02. Back it up. $35, 34.02. 34.02. I went way too far. 34.02. Okay. Well, let's check it. Fire mission confirmed. Shell type is star. Bearing 324.8 confirmed. Elevation 34.02 confirmed. Gun armed confirmed. Fire in the hole. Oh, it's LR. Okay, so the R is not moving because it's the right barrel, which we're not firing. L is approaching target. Illumination. Okay. We have commander, 5-star commanders here. I guess we did good because we have a green light from command. High command to Iron Nest. Starburst position confirmed satisfactory. Fire mission complete. Stand down until further orders. Glory to Castile. Let's go. We nailed our second day. Second operation. They rewarded us with a music disc. They just drop it in from outside. Can I leave now? Can I see my family again? You promised I could see my family! pick it up. Let's drop this here. Silence. Let's hear it. The latest tunes from Castile. Okay, a little bit more heroic. All right, from our star-studded day, making sure our boys have their light show. I'm gonna go pet Hastur. Meow, 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 meow. Come here. Press F to pick up. Come here, buddy. You want to take a shower? Look at his little beans. What's this? Oh, cat customization, right? Okay, fire and light is done. So, let's head to bed. We're just gonna hold him. All night we'll hold the cat. A night of celebration marred by atrocity. General affirms commitment to peace. I guess let's read the headline news. Aranjuez, November 17th, 1927. On an evening set aside to honor the general's continued pursuit of peace, the anti-monarchists remind us all that no such pursuit concerns them. Their only correspondence arrives written in the blood of innocence. General affirms commitment to peace. His Majesty the King has entrusted me with a sacred mission, the general stated. The peaceful unification of the Iberian people through reconciliation. It is a mission I do not abandon lightly. When pressed as to what he meant by lightly, the general did not elaborate. The children are our future. Volunteer them. That does not follow, but okay. Services, rubble sorting. We need brick, bone, and belongings. Respectful and efficient. Hindenburg celebrates 100th crossing. The German Empire's airship Hindenburg completed its 100th transatlantic voyage this week, gliding triumphantly into New York with all engines humming and a brass band performing mid-flight. Officials called it proof that hydrogen is both safe and sociable. This is definitely an alternate history. What else we got? How many times must we turn the other cheek? For 3 years, the general has extended every olive branch available to him, and for 3 years, the brutish rebels have returned branches aflame. As His Majesty the King honored the general's dedication to peace with a medal, the anti-monarchists desecrated the ceremony with artillery fire upon a civilian quarter. Was that us? One wonders when the general's patience will find a limit. For sale, Massa Madrid, mystery meat, freshly landed this morning. Meat comes pre-tenderized, tastes like victory. Help wanted ironworkers. Andalusia hides in mountains. Loud noises build character. Citizens are encouraged to endure with enthusiasm. Okay, let's just trying to see if any of this news is going to help us make decisions later on. Okay. Let's see. Honor salute. Deliver fire and light. Marksman's honor. Earn gold on all medals. Accuracy 100%. Shots fired 2. Total kills 3. Wait. Total kills 3. So each one of those targets that we fired an HE shell at was a single target. It was a single person. We called down artillery fire for one man at a time. No allies killed. No requisition spent. Average kills per impact 1.5. Most kills by a single impact 2. Okay. We have earned gold. We got 20 powder charges. I'm not sure what the 5, requisition 5 means. 20 powder charges, scout plane. Request scout plane flyover location. Interesting. Oh, that's how much it costs? So we can, so we unlock the ability to request these then. And it costs us requisition points. So we can spend 5 requisition points. That's what this requisition spent means, to request 20 powder charges. Got it. Okay. Scout plane flyover for a location. This is an AP shell, armor-piercing shell, minimal bursting charge, minimal blast radius. Oh, that's cool. This shows you like a step-by-step of your different firing, or your different shots. Neat. Okay. On we go. Liberation. Anti-monarchist forces have maintained an occupation of Ciudad Real. High Command has ordered the city restored to the crown. Iron Nest has been repositioned to support the operation. Requisition procurement is authorized to meet operational requirements. So now we have 4 metals. Let's get down here, read what these are. We've got Measured Fire Star, conducted fire operations with minimal allied casualties. Marksman's Cross, maintained exceptional average accuracy across all fire missions. Unbroken Volley Medal, sustained consecutive kills across successive fire missions. Austere Service Medal, completed the mission requisitioning only the minimum assets necessary. Interesting. Okay, we'll do that. Anti-Monarchist forces have maintained... Okay, we just read this. Start mission. Again, it repositioned my window. I'm going to move this again. Maybe we... Oh, it's moving, right? I forgot this thing has legs. Hang on. Moving the window. There we go. Press G to put down Hastur. That is stuck on my screen now because I'm not holding Hastur. Hastur! Hastur? Can I pick you up and put you back down again to get rid of this? Or he's disappeared. I think it... Oh, okay, now it's gone. Alright, let's have our coffee and see if I can figure... Oh, there's Hastur. Hey, Bubby. Coffee can slot. Cup slot. Dial this in and this in. You know, this needs to be like halfway. This needs to be like right here-ish. Somewhere right about there. Holding 5, 10, and done. Eat a drink. Rate me, baby. Grade perfect, 94%. Much better this time. Really? Timing was only 84? I thought I got that dead nuts on. Oh well. Delete it. Okay. Moving along. Release me! No, it automatically closes. Go back. Oh, we have a new lever here today. EMPT shell type. Bearing to target. What is this? EMPT. APHE, ATMC, CLMN, Cyan, Drill, Earthquake, Lich. Alright, well, let's read our report. High command to Iron Nest. The city is to be cleared of hostile elements. Destroy 5 hostile infantry units within the designated urban sector. Notes. Requisition console is authorized for ammunition and powder charge procurement at your discretion. Be prepared. Spotter bearings are accurate to within 0.5 degrees. This margin rarely affects a fire mission. It may matter when bearings run near parallel or when several measurements compound. Request additional intel if the solution seems uncertain. Repositioning complete. Iron Nest is now at I653. Okay. Let's put Iron Nest at I653. I653. Okay. Observational assets. Spotter 1, Spotter 2, and Spotter 3. Let's put them on the map. Spotter 1 is at G10. So let's go to G10. 6, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Spotter 2 is at K, HIJK, 7, 5, 7, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And Spotter 3 is at F200. F200. Got it. You can get rid of this. 1, 2, 3. Next up, Check adjacent typewriter for field reports. Infantry number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Iron Nest is I-653, 3 kilometers outside of Ciudad Real. Is that this? Or this? This is Ciudad Real. So if we do from here to here, this should be about 5 kilometers. No, that's 10 kilometers. 5 kilometers would be like here. Interesting. Oh, it's 3 kilometers. That's even worse. Anyway, let's start at the top, I guess. Infantry number 1. Bearing 230 from spotter 1, 258 from spotter 2. Infantry number 2, 249, 314. Infantry number 3, 5.7 kilometers and 4.71 kilometers. Infantry number 4 and 5, intelligence incomplete. Believe active in friendly urban sectors. So we're going to want to try to not blast allies. So let's see here. Infantry number 1, bearing 230 from spotter 1. So we're going to drag as far as we can go, 230. 230, that's this way. .230 is right here. Bearing 230. Infantry number 2 is 258 from spotter 2. 257, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 258, okay? So there's our target. Let's delete this and this. So we want to be right here. Boop. Right there. So that is 264.9 at 8.15 kilometers to, let's do enemy number 1. Now number 2, bearing 249 from spotter 2. Oops, I deleted our. Oh well, we have it saved right here. From spotter 2, 249. 240, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Even. This is plus or minus 5 degrees, right? So 249, and then from spotter 3, it's 314. 321, 314. So we'll put number 2 as right here. Guess we can't... Well, I'll try to get this as close as possible. Okay. And then infantry number 3 is 5.84 kilometers from spotter 1 and 4.71 kilometers from spotter 3. How do we indicate a circumference? Oh, okay, these do different things. Right, so yellow will let you look at bearing and distance, but it doesn't mark it on the map or on your clipboard. White does nothing. White is just for drawing. And then compass should let us draw a circle around spotter 1 at a distance of 5.84. So starting from here at a distance of 5.84. And then from spotter 3, 4.71. 4. 3, 2, 1. 4.71. So I'm going to guess it's not going to be right here. It should be right here. So we're going to do number 3 as gear. Okay, so there's our 3 targets. So we're definitely going to have to do 3 different shots. I don't see how we could possibly get all 3 of those in one shot. Now, we don't know anything about Infantry 4 and Infantry 5. Believed active in friendly urban sectors. So do we need to... How do we... Where's the... Oh, here's the requisition table. How do we send... We've got an option for HE shell, star shell, powder charges, scout plane, and AP shell. We have 300 requisition credits. I guess if we fire one of these, it should give us a free map, right? It'll give us a view of what we hit and let us know what else is nearby. So maybe we save the scout plane for later? So let's do this. Let's take our red pencil. Let's get our bearing and distance to infantry number 3. There we go. We'll dial this in. So distance is 5.55. This is the closest. 5.55. 2. Calculate. Put this here. We're gonna use... Oh. We have nothing. Okay, well then I guess if we're gonna be spending, let's spend. Let's do... What does the scout plane radius look like? Bearing... What? A1? I guess show me C6? Well, let's save this. Give me HE shells for now. We're not allowed to use the right magazine just yet. Nope, they just appear. Where did that come from? Anyway, we got 555 dialed in. We've got our 33.3. Let's load. We need 2 powder charges. It's giving us the option for 3, but I don't know why we would use 3. What? Okay, don't leave that open. We want this at... this is 269. I like how our lower base stays put and just the upper half is rotating. Two 9, 2 8, 2 7, 2 6. Close enough. 269 point. Oh, that's exact. 269.3. Okay, and then our elevation is 33.3. 33.30. 33.30. Okay, let's run through it. We've got fire mission confirmed. Shell type is HE. I wish we could zoom in on this. Bearing is 269.3. Elevation, 33.30. Gun arms. Fire in the hole. So far, so good. Is this the margin of error? Boom. Oh, we just barely missed a friendly unit. Okay. What is this? This is more infantry, right? This is a red diamond enemy infantry, okay. So let's put number 4, number 5. Oh, this is number 5, it says. Okay. 2. From here to here. Get rid of this. Now we're gonna have to requisition another round, right? Can we reuse the same? It just appears. It's just magic. We're gonna need... Let's get rid of this. 6.37. Calculate. 38.22. Load. Two charges. Packet. Bearing 254.1. Too slow. Two 254.1. Elevation 38.22. $35, $36, $37, $38.2. Nope. 38.22. Okay, let's double check. Mission confirmed. Shell type HE. Bearing 254.1. 254.1. Elevation 38.22. Gun arms. Gun arms. Fire in the hole. Glory to Castillo. Sailing over civilian heads. Making sure there were no blue markers down there. Ding! Got him. Okay, and there's our other... Wait, no. The infantry number 1 moved. Interesting. Also, we're still missing infantry number 4. What's it say? High Command to Iron Nest. Forward observers report probable enemy ammunition cache across the river. Priority target designated. Priority, conduct recon flight over grid P4. Delete some stuff. Recon flight over grid P4. Confirm position, then neutralize with armor-piercing ordnance. Recon plane requisition card has been issued. Present card at the requisition control to authorize overflight. So, let's figure out how this works. Scout plane. We want P4. Oh, okay, I see. 5, 4, and then P. Can we go backwards? No. Oh, P4, and then bearing. I don't know what they mean by bearing. Like our bearing to P4? Let's get rid of this. I guess we'll use red pencil. Where is P4? P6, P4. Bearing 105, I guess? So we want just like the center of P4? I'm not quite sure what the bearing means in this context. Bearing. There's a tiny wheel. 104. Too far. 104.8, let's say. Let's see what happens. Ah, okay. So it starts at P4 and then runs in that direction. So realistically, we could get more bang for a buck if we had started closer to us, like, say, M5. But okay, this is our target anyway. So let's delete this. Delete this. So we're gonna need armor piercing for this. Distance and bearing. Like that. Let's requisition. Let's see. Did this say some more stuff? No, this did though. Direct hit, direct hit. Ending recon photo strip. Check map. Okay. So now we need to requisition armor piercing. Left mag. Like magic, it arrives. Uh-oh. What happened here? We sprung a leak, I guess. Okay. Distance. 7.16. Charges 2. Calculate. What is this? Shell type. Oh, it's going to change. So we're no longer using HE, we're using armor piercing, so we need to set this to AP. That's going to change our flight pattern, I guess. Star, tier, thermal, WP. That's the end of the line. Okay, let's go back to the beginning. Empty shell. Armor piercing, there we go. Bearing to target, 106.8. .8 target. That? It's that, but it has the armor thing above it. Does that matter? I don't know how much this matters. Or was it? This. Right? What's an ammo cache? Okay. Does it say what all this extra stuff is for? No. Anyway. 42.96. Oh god, we got so many of these. 42.96. What is this? 106.8. Oh, that's our bearing. Okay. I guess that just puts this icon. Oh, this is so you know, it stamps it on the card, so if you have multiple cards, you know which one is for which. Got it. So this is for the armor piercing round with 2 charges. So AP shell, armor piercing shell, minimal bursting charge, minimal blast radius. So let's load it. Two charges. Ram it. Okay, we'll let the elevation set itself while we worry about our bearing. 106.8. I wonder if we're ever going to receive fire. It's a very interesting design setup because there's so much you can do with this. Like, the missions are relatively easy to design once you have all of these internal fire mechanics programmed and done. Because the game itself is really just like trigonometry puzzles. 106.8. Too far. 103. 106. We'll dial the rest in by hand. 106.8. Okay. 42.96. 41. 2. 9. 6. 42.96. Okay. Let's run through the checklist. Fire confirmed, or fire mission confirmed. Shell type, armor piercing. Bearing, 106.8. Elevation, 42.96. Gun arms. Fire in the hole. Are we supposed to have hearing protection? Restore pressure. No, was that off before? Uh-oh. I hope that's not going to affect our fire. I didn't see if that had malfunctioned before I fired. And... impact. Oh, gotta get out of here. Green light, so far so good. High command. High command to Iron Nest. Cache destroyed. Well executed. 3 hostile infantry units remain in urban sector. Complete their destruction in detail. Okay. 3? I thought we had 5 total. Infantry 4, infantry 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess if we just aim... I don't know if that'll be enough, though. The blast radius on an HE shell? Let's see. Can we hit both of these? Maybe, if we do, like, right there? I don't know if this is actually supposed to be this or not, because we have there was an offset of plus or minus 5 degrees. We just need to make sure that we don't get this in our blast radius. So let's see. We had this here. And this was okay on the margins of this. So to avoid hitting this, we're going to want to do something like that. Something like that, maybe? At any rate, let's go for... Number 5 is going to be the easiest because there's no civilians around. So let's delete this, this, and this. I'm going to firing solution to this infantry. We're going to requisition... high explosive. HE. Load it. Distance to target is 5.08. 5.08. Type is, I guess this is just for the stamp card. I don't really care so much about this if it's just for the stamp card. I'm gonna go leave all this. Like, it's gonna put 106 on because we left 106 here, but we know to just look at this bearing here. So 30.48. Let's load our AP shell, or HE shell even. High explosive. In you go. Charges 1 and 2. Ram it in. Our rotation needs to go to 262.9. Going back the other way. This gets a little tedious. Especially when you have to move this like 180 degrees in the opposite direction. 2, 2-1, 3-2, 2-3. Just like set the lever and then go down to make some coffee. 2-4, 2-5. Let's slow it down. 2-6-1. We want 262.9. 8-9. Elevation 30.48. This one moves much faster. A little bit too far. 30.4. I glanced down at the card and ran right past it. 30.48. Okay. Let's check this. Mission confirmed. Shell type, high explosive. Bearing, 262.9. Elevation, 30.48. Gun, armed. Have fun at the explosion! Here we go. Say goodbye to that particular district. Boom. Maybe let's do that. Okay. Direct hit infantry 5 to... oh, we did destroy 2. We destroyed 3 and 2. 4 was destroyed. 5, so we just have 1. Okay. Were there 2 infantry units here? Oh, there were. Look, there's 2 tokens there. Okay, well, that was easy. Then we need a firing solution to get this. We want this to be far enough away from this friendly unit that we don't... what am I drawing something here? Cancel! That we don't do friendly fire. So let's go like this. And we want... we want to try to hit them without... we're going to catch them in the blast radius without catching our friendly. So let's take this measurement, get rid of this card. Clean slate. Firing to 2-3. We've got 263.5 by 8.33 kilometers. Distance 8.33. 8.33. 2 charges. Yeah, give me a calculation or an elevation. 49.98. We're gonna requisition, right? We have the, yeah, requisition. High explosive. Ka-chunk. Make sure there's no smoke pouring out or anything. Okay. Load it up. HE. Pressure, 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 storage, everything looks good. Gauge is nominal. 2 charges. Ram. Let's set our bearing 263.5, 263, 5, elevation 49.98. Like that. So really, you can only fire the left and right gun simultaneously if you've got targets that are in line. Because your bearing has to be the same for both. Like, you can't fire one in one bearing and one in the other bearing. I guess maybe if you wanted to hit a place with, like, an armor-piercing round and a high explosive or something like that, or do a star shot to illuminate and also do a blast or a high explosive. I'm not sure. I assume that's why they haven't unlocked the right barrel yet. 49, we're going up 49.98. Okay. Well, let's double check. Mission confirmed. Shell type, high explosive. Bearing 263.5. Elevation 49.98. Gun armed. Fire in the hole. Hopefully, we don't do friendly fire. Let's see. Because we had here, we were pretty dang close. The blue was inside the blast radius, supposedly, and it didn't hit a friendly. Boom, got him. Okay. Let's see, we've got Infantry 1 destroyed. High command to Iron Nest. Sector cleared. Local garrison will consolidate from this point. Stand down until further orders. Glory to Castile. Excellent. Oh, we did all this without any music. We were locked in. Okay. That's the end of the mission, I suppose. Let's head down. I think, right? Stand down until further orders. Is our bed green? Our bed is green, I guess that means we're done. What does the 3 lights mean? Oh, okay, okay. Green, red, green, yellow, red, that's the state. If we're in warning or like high alert. Okay, let's see how we did. You ready for a nappy? The Royal City reclaimed. Ciudad Real, December 19th, 1927. The Royal City is restored to the crown this morning as the general drives the anti-monarchist occupation from its streets. The city, His Majesty the King was pleased to learn, is almost majority intact. The city is almost majority intact. What do we got? The Sierva Auto Gyros delivered Ciudad Real. What? Oh, that was the scout plane. The General's Sierva Auto Gyro artillery observation units have been credited for their decisive actions in the liberation of Ciudad Real, marking what military observers are calling the first genuinely practical application of aircraft in warfare. Oh, there's a little picture of it. Wild. It's like a little, like, biplane helicopter without the wings? A source in military intelligence described the aircraft as a significant advancement in the science of knowing where things are, and notes that this provides a critical first step in blowing things up. They got that right, Elise. Castile calls. You will answer. Those who answer the call voluntarily will be remembered as heroes. The General encourages you to be remembered as a hero. Very, Helldivers 2 theme going on here. Wanted. Witnesses to nothing unusual. Good memory and steady nerves required. Official statements prepared for you. Ha! Professional witness. For sale, window glass, half price. Bulk rates for repeat customers. Fits most surviving frames. For sale, home. Some assembly required. Or some reassembly required. Royal train arrives backwards. Yesterday's much-anticipated arrival of the King's inspection train caused surprise when the entire convoy rolled into Valencia station in reverse. The Ministry of Transport insists this was a demonstration of retrograde propulsion excellence, and denies that the locomotive overshot the junction by several kilometers. Crowds cheered nonetheless, facing whichever direction seemed most loyal. Scientists unveil mechanical bowl for safer festivals. Injures 12 instantly. A new steam-driven bowl designed to modernize traditional festivities debuted in Salamanca to roaring applause and immediate evacuation. Officials call the incident a resounding success in kinetic enthusiasm. The project will continue pending repairs to both bowl and plaza. Roof gone, work in the sun. Work through the whistling. Factory output must not falter due to minor atmospheric screeching. Production wins wars. Okay. For their own good, enforce deliberation. Accuracy 100%. Shots fired 5, total kills 6. Allies killed 0, enemies killed 6. We missed a medal. Austere service medal. Completed the mission requisitioning only the minimum assets necessary. Was there some way for us to find out where that bunker was without using the plane? I guess just like fire into the middle of that square and hope that you hit it? Okay, well, they told us to use the scout plane. Unbroken volley metal. Sustained consecutive kills across successive fire. Okay. Basically, we, every time we fired the gun, we killed somebody. Alrighty, now we have access to incendiary shells. Ignites a fire on impact. Medium radius. Chance to spread. Oh, we have 2 mission options now. Skirmish, chill, uncontested front. Enemy forces have been caught mid-resupply in an exposed position. No counter-battery threat has been identified in the sector. High Command has authorized engagement at IR. Or counter-battery. Enemy forces have deployed artillery across the river in response to recent operations. This was anticipated. Iron Nest has been cleared for active engagement under direct fire conditions for the first time. Ooh. What does the gold mean? Is this like an optional side mission? What do the colors mean? The colors, Duke. The colors. How do I back out of this? Okay, I guess we can't. We have to select something. No explanation as to the colors, though. All-time kills. 407? You kill 400 people in one mission. What are these numbers? Am I allowed to do both? Like, this one sounds more fun, but if this one's like a one-time thing, I'd rather do this and then do this. Destroy the targets. Oh, that's just a description of those. Let's do counter battery. Start mission. Nope, then reset my window again. Move that over there. Alright. Hello, Astur. Who's a good kitty? I'm gonna skip the coffee minigame. I don't know if the coffee actually does anything. Is there a clipboard over here with color descriptions? No. What? Oh, clicking the portrait ends the mission, I guess. Alright, let's get up here. Ka-chunk. Ooh. It was right up here for a second. Ah, what is this? Dear Iron Nest, while advancing, I fell into one of your footprints outside Ciudad Real and twisted my ankle. While I was trying to climb back out, a shell landed where my squad was standing. I am now the only one left. I can still hear them. I don't know if I'll ever stop hearing them. Everyone keeps telling me I was lucky. My mother would have said it wasn't luck. She would have said God put that hole there to save me. But God didn't put that hole there. You did. Tomas. Thank you for almost stepping on me. Let's get some tunes going. Which one do we want today? I don't know if we listen to this one or not. Here we go. We get the Hell March from Command and Conquer going in here. No. Alright, where are we starting? I'm curious when we would need to turn the master power off. The operation has entered its active phase. Restore master power switch to on before proceeding. Are we not on? We are now. Enemy forces have deployed artillery across the river in response to recent activity. This was anticipated. Prioritize elimination of all identified artillery assets. Destroy what remains in detail. Be prepared. Counter battery timer will commence once first shell land. Okay, this is a timed mission. So we're gonna take some hits if we don't act fast. So we're at I-653. I think that's the same. Oh, it is, but they cleared the table. So I-653 is us. We've got spotters at 1, 2, 3. 0958. 0958. We've got one at K543. K5 M143. M103. M103. Okay. Delete, delete, delete. Glory to Castile. Artillery 1, bearing 173097. Let's just copy all this. Blop, 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 blop. Be prepared. Counter battery timer will commence once your first shell lands. So let's do all of our placements first. We're gonna have one bearing 173 from spotter 1. So let's switch to yellow pencil for this. Spotter 1, spotter 1, spotter 1. Here we go. Spotter 1, bearing 173. That missed, kind of. Let's go here. Bearing 173. 17173 point... That's 172. 173 point... Oh. Okay. From spotter 2, we have... bearing 097, or bearing, yeah, 97 degrees. 97 degrees, so we'll put one marker, bloop, right here. Then we've got artillery number 2 is 182 from spotter 1. 182 from spotter 1. And 49 from spotter 3. 49 from spotter 3. Mark it. Right there. Ish. Okay. And then we have distance, so we're going to need the compass. 2.14 kilometers from spotter 3. So starting from the left-hand side. 2.14. 2.14. And then from spotter 1, 7.53. 7.5. 1, 2, 3. So it's either here or here. This is the other side of the river. Both points are on the other side of the river, so it could be either one. I'm gonna guess it's this one, but we'll mark both well, I guess we don't really need to mark both locations. We can just toss this down. Right here. Well, might as well. We'll put one possibly here. So, let's get... Since we're going to be on the clock, let's do as much of this as possible right off. Like, get this all on our clipboard. So, from us, we want lines 2. One. Okay, that did lock in. 2 is right here. 3 is right here. And then 4 is possibly right there. Now we can do 4 cards. So let's get... We'll do 3, requisition 3. These are going to be... this is artillery. Does artillery require armor piercing? I don't know. We'll assume for now that it's high explosive. So we know we're going to need at a minimum 3. So we'll do 1, 2, 3. So we should have 3 in the chamber, right? Yes. We still have 81 powder charges. Let's get our cards. Distance. 6.82. 6.82. 2. 2 charges. Let's mark this as HE. Bearing to target. 103.3. Whoa, that goes really fast. 103.3. I don't know if this matters or not. Whatever, we'll just do target. We can't do like 1, 2, and 3. So, calculate. Okay, we'll put these in order. Here's 1. Next is 117.8, or distance is 6.51. 6.51. 117, well, that's for later on. Although we can put the berry in here. 117. This way, 117.8. Too far. 117.8. High explosive. Okay, there's card number 2. Target number 2. Let's just check this. Elevation 39. 117.8. This one is 103.3. Okay. Next one, 126.6 by 6.71 kilometers. 6.71 kilometers. 2 charges. HE bearing 126.6. Five, 6, 1266, 6.71. Calculate. There's that. And then 141.8 by 3.99. 3.989. 3.99, that's going to be 1. Bearing 1418. Oh, had it. 1418. Okay, and we'll put this one off to the side, I guess. So we'll go right down the right-hand side. Let's start high explosive. We're gonna need 1, 2. You don't know who I'm firing at. This is going to be 103.3. $50, $60, $70, $80, $90. Let's draw it back. 103 point close. 103.3. We want this at 40.92. $40.92. Okay, we're gonna have to hit these in quick succession. So 40.92, 103.3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Arms. Here we go. Fire in the hole. Okay. Quick load. Load. Oh, it has to go. It has to come all the way back up again. Oh crap. In the meantime, 103.3, 117. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 117.8, right? Are we ready? Are we ready? Are you ready? Next. Load it. We need two charges. 1, 2. Ram it. And while that's going back up, let's check. We got a kill. I think. Yeah. Wait, what is this? What is number 1? What is this? That's infantry. We don't care about infantry. We want artillery. Come on, man. They're going to be shooting at us. Hurry up. We want this at 39.06. 7, 8, 9. 39.06. All right, 39.06, 117.8. Arm it. Fire. Next up. That might actually tell us. If we wait for this to land, the reconnaissance map might actually show if number 3 is here. And if it's not here, then we'll notify her at A. But I guess we can put this at 126 for right now. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 126.6. What do we got? Yep. There's a dot. And a dot is artillery. Okay, so we're firing at our first 40.26. Let's get this in here. Hurry. We're gonna need 2 charges. 1, 2. Ram it. We're already at 1266. We need this to be at 40.26. Artillery 1 destroyed. Artillery 2 destroyed. What is CBT? Luckily they haven't returned fire yet. 40.26. 42, 4, 5, 6. 42.6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Arm it. 42.6, 1266. Fire. Here we go, here we go. Come on. And impact. We're still in combat mode. High command to Iron Nest. Counter battery assets destroyed. 4 hostile units remain across the river. Consolidate the sector. Destroy remaining elements and stand by. Okay, so now we've got, I guess, these guys? We can just get a direct beat on these, right? So let's delete 1, 2. Oh, we can put a check mark on it when we're done with it. Okay, clear this. Don't need this anymore. We don't need these anymore. Pop, 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 pop. Alright, so we're going directly to infantry number 1. This is 112, so let's get another HE shell. Distance 6.18. 6.18. 2 charges. Calculate. No steam, we're good to go. Load it in. Hurry. 1, 2. Plunge it. And he is at 141.8. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 41.8. Okay. This would be an interesting PvP game, like to see who can do the reconnaissance. It'd be like a combination of Battleship and this. Like you need to do reconnaissance to actually find the location of the enemy player's artillery or their iron nest, and then do your calculations, do your firing solution, and then load the cannons and get everything fired before the enemy can do the same to you. I think that would be a pretty neat game mode. This is going to be 37.08. 3708. 3708. 141.8. HE. Arms. Ka-chunk. Flight time. Oh, is that what the thing is on our compass? The flight time? What? Did I just do? What did I do? Oh! I wasn't looking at this. I was looking at this. Damn. I would have just lost the multiplayer match, or the PvP match. Rookie mistake. What was I doing? 618. 37.08 is correct. Oh, we have to reload this. I was too busy yapping and not paying attention. $141.8. No, that's right. Show me this. 111.2. 618. Somebody's streaming at the screen right now. Somebody's already seen my mistake. 618. Gun elevation 3708. Turret rotation 141.8. Oh, that's wrong. I should be following 111, not 141. That was my problem. This needs to be 111. This direction. Sorry about that, Spotter 2. It gave Spotter 2 a near-death experience. Was it Spotter 2? Spotter 3 down there? 111. Now I'm yapping again and not paying attention. .2. Okay. 111.2. We've got 2 charges and an HE shell. Load that. Well, at least we know there's no more artillery hanging out down there. Not artillery, but infantry. It's got to be just that, right? I don't see anything else to shoot at. 37.08 is the correct elevation, right? 3708. Now we've got the right bearing, 111.2. Now, can we just fire? Do we have to do the whole checklist? Let's do the whole checklist. This is how accidents happen. This is how you shoot Spotter 3. And victory. Infantry number 1 destroyed. There's more? Are we sure? I guess we need to look up here. So it's 68 requisition for a scout plane. It'd probably be quicker to just fire a bunch of artillery shells in this direction and then get the free update, right? At least as far as spending the least number of requisition points. So I don't see any more infantry on the map here. So we need to go up here. So let's do... It's in a yellow line in this direction. So bearing 80.5, starting at N7, 80.5 N7. N7 80.5. Oh! There's one of the bastards. Okay, so let's get this out of here, this out of here. Let's get our red pencil. The death. We're going right here. There we go. We're gonna need more rounds. HE, HE. A 9.01. 9.01. Two charges. Let's do this first. One, two, pack it. And then we know this one we want bearing 84, not 141. Bearing 80. Okay, it's a bit slow. 84. Give me. $87, 86, 85, 84, too far. Even. Okay, mission confirmed, shell type HE, bearing 84, elevation 54.06. One, two, three, 4.0. Hello? What's with the creaking? Alright, elevation 5406, 84 gun armed. Harder. Harder? Oh, armed. Ha! Tee-hee! Goodbye. Screenshot. Hopefully this will fill in this area. Let us know if there's any more over here. Because the river is right here. There's only so many places they can be hiding. I guess they can be further back. There he is. Ooh. Oh no, we've got more artillery. Surprise artillery. Why haven't they been firing on us? We want this right here. Right to there. Let me guess. Additional counter battery assets have been commenced ranging. Forward report no actionable fix on hostile battery positions. Fire reconnaissance. Uh-oh, are those firing at us? Hurry. 1, 2. Let's get this island. 8.64. 52. 51.84. Let's get rid of this. Let's load this. Hopefully we can get both of these with one shot. One, two. Pack it. Don't cover this up. We need 88.3. 88.3. Elevation 51.84. We have like a health bar, or if we get hit, it's just done. What is this? Counter battery time. Oh, we just know exactly how long it's going to take them to return fire. Interesting. Okay, 54, 53, 52, 51.84. 3, 4, 51.84, 51.84, 88.3, high explosive, arm it, fire hit. I guess while that's running, we're going to need another one of these. That's still running. We can't load this yet. Oh, we have two in there now. Whoops. Boom. Oh. Okay, well we needed two anyway. Alright, next. Let's get, I guess, these guys. 90.8 by 6.79. 6.79. Try to keep all these plates spinning at once. 6.789. Got it. Charges 1, 2. Packet. Bearing 90.8. Then we wait for this. Wander around for a bit. Oh, CBT, counter battery timer. Aha, so you get more time before you get shot by destroying artillery, somehow. Do you think that would make it go quicker? Like every time you fire, they have a better idea of where your exact position is. Right, 140, 74. 43, 2, 140, 74. It just stopped clicking down. Okay. So 4074 by 90.8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Arm. Fire in the hole. And then let's get this guy lined up. We'll delete this. We'll watch these guys die. Bye-bye. We'll become a smoldering crater. And then 10:30. It's gonna be the longest shot yet. 10. I think 10:30. 10:30. 3 charges. Load it. Now load it. 1, 2, 3. Packet. Bearing 87. even. 87 not. Zilch. Can I bring the cat up here? That'd be funny. Set the cat on the firing chair. The poor cat probably has some terrible hearing loss now. He can't have hearing protection down there. And this place is just one giant echo chamber. Poor baby. $41.20. 41.20. 87 even. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Arm it. Fire in the hole. We're gonna light out. What's this do? I'll wait until we're done. I love all the little gear mechanisms for everything. Very satisfying. It all kind of like makes sense mechanically. Bullseye. 2 hostile units remain. Blah, 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 blah. All hostile assets destroyed. Well executed. Sector is clear. Iron Nest is to stand down. Send Scout 3 a bouquet of flowers for me and a bottle of wine. Sorry about that. Okay, we're done. Standing down. Let's find Hastur. Are you deaf, buddy? Are you so deaf? Yes, you are, you little deaf kitty. Okay, let's go to bed. How'd we do? Castile's mechanized wonder, the Iron Nest, a shield, not a sword, the General insists. Described by international observers as the most formidable land-based weapons platform ever deployed in human history, the Iron Nest fired its guns in anger for the first time yesterday, forced into action by anti-monarchist aggression. I did not build it to use it, the General stated. I built it in the hopes that I would never have to. He then confirmed that the Iron Nest remains exclusively a preemptive self-defense measure and did not take further questions. Madrid, January 29, 1928. Foreign observers stunned by Iron Nest's might. A new era of warfare, the General declares as the world scrambles to respond to the unveiling. General vows Iron Nest project is exclusively a preemptive self-defensive measure. World press reacts. Extraordinary. Alarming. What exactly is that? International correspondents have described the Iron Nest's debut as terrifying, deeply unsettling, and not something we were prepared to see on a Tuesday. The French delegation has requested clarification. The British delegation has requested a brochure. His Majesty the King is said to have suggested that the other delegations need not request a brochure, as a demonstration was, in his words, fairly self-explanatory. Loud noises build character. For sale, reinforced lunch pails. Now with shrapnel-resistant lid. Keeps bread fresh and intact. Eat safely. Work bravely. For sale, second-hand roof tiles, shattered but recoverable. Bring your own ladder. Roof gone, work in the sun. We've seen that one. Ministry announces shortage of shortages. Officials proudly declare that the nation has completely run out of shortages, citing remarkable production figures across every sector. Citizens are advised to celebrate responsibly, as surplus enthusiasm has already caused minor warehouse ruptures. Okay. Well, let's go. Yeah, we missed our austere service because we missed a shot. First reply, silence the counter battery. 88.8% accuracy, yeah, we know. No allies killed at least. Very nice. We've unlocked HCCE shell. I can barely read this. High capacity, high explosive shell. Thin walled. I think it says maximum bursting charge. Large blast radius. Yeah. We'll definitely put those to good use. Okay, so we can go back and do these. They don't go away. Now we've got, whoa. Skirmish challenge, counter battery timer. 3 enemy columns converge on the river crossing. Counter battery fire commences with the first shot. High command requires maximum kills before position is silent. We've got Iron Road. Vala de Mula sits astride the supply corridor High Command intends to sever ahead of the coming advance. The garrison there is expecting reinforcements by rail. Let's go back and do skirmish. Enemy forces have been caught mid-resupply in exposed position. No counter-battery threat has been identified in the sector. High Command has authorized engagement at Iron Nest discretion. Okay, let me fix the window again. Chill mode. This is a replayable sandbox mission. There is no end and no objectives. No end and no objectives? What are we supposed to be doing? Just firing indiscriminately? Enemy forces have been caught mid-resupply, blah, 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 blah. Underground supply caches are present in the sector. AP ordnance required for their destruction. Cache destruction yields additional requisition. So we're at B862. B862. And then we've got spotters here, here, and not period, but there. Tag them. Spotters at F309. Well, let's start at the beginning. A... Oh no, we've got one on our hand already. So F309. F309. 2 is at A813. 3 is at D5. D5. 80. Okay. Noted. What do we got? Reference point Alpha. Copy all this down. That's going to be reference point Alpha. Blah, 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 blah. Now we have to calculate this one. So bearing 0.83, so let's switch to yellow. Where is spotter 1? Spotter 1, bearing 83. Eight, 3, 2, 1, 0. There we go. Let's get this off the map. And then spotter 2. Okay, we need a circumference for this. 8.46 kilometers from spotter 2. 8.46. 8.46. Okay, Alpha is right here. Okay. So let's clear this and this. We've got target 1 bearing 16 degrees from Alpha, bearing 94 degrees from spotter 3. So we'll go to the further back guy. 3, you are at 94, bearing 94. 91, 2, 3, 4.0. And then from Alpha, 016. $16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15, 16. What? It's right on top of Alpha? Well, I guess we can hit this. This is just a reference point. There's nobody here. 16 degrees from Alpha, 94 degrees from spotter 3. Okay. And then we've got, well, let's put target 1 here. Boop. And we've got 88 from Alpha. Oh, we should probably do this in yellow, not red. Yellow. 88 degrees from Alpha, which is this direction. 88 degrees. Bonk. 12.79 from spotter 1. Spotter 1, 12.79. 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, 9. 12.79. Okay, and this is target 2. Found you. And then target 3, bearing 104 and distance 0.31 from target 2. From target 2? Okay, so target 2, we have a distance of 0.31 kilometers. 0.31. 0.31, that's minuscule. Bearing 104. 9104-ish. Close enough. So we can just hit both of them. Especially if we've got, well, I mean... Stop centering this. Yeah, if we do this with high capacity, high explosives, right? We can hit both of these. That might be a bit too small. Let's see, target 3, 0.31 kilometers from target 2, so right here. Well, that might be possible. We'll try it with high explosive, maybe right there. So, let's get our firing solutions with red pencil. So we're here. For 1, we're gonna go to here. For 2 and 3, we're gonna go to here, hopefully. So, let's requisition. High explosive. Times 2. We want 6.96 kilometers. 6.96 kilometers. That's 2 charges. And then 16.72. 16.72 is 4 charges. Okay. Load them up. Let's not fall down. This is 2 for our first shot, and... Oh, they're marked as empty, but we know what they are. We know they're high explosive. Our paper trail is going to be messy, but we know. I guess we could be aiming this. This is going to be, blah, blah, blah. Bearing 119. I'm just looking around, looking at all the places that a cat would jump into. Like, think of all the places in a regular house that cats can hide in and get lost in. 119, and then imagine it in this place. Just with all the moving parts, I have a feeling that we go through a lot of cats in these things. 119.8. Elevation? 41.76. Almost. Close. 4, 5, 6, 7, 6. 41.76. 119.8. Arms. Ready to fire. Someone's about to have a really bad day. They should be hearing the whistle right about now. And... earth-shattering kaboom. Oh! Did I miss any of these armor piercing? No, I don't think we had any information that these are armor piercing or needed to be armor piercing. No counter battery. Threat has been identified. It just says underground supply caches are present in the sector. AP ordnance is required for the destruction, but it doesn't specify that what we were firing at here was an underground supply cache. So that's unfortunate, but I mean, we can easily fix this. Oh my god, look at all these targets! We're just firing indiscriminately. I guess give me an AP shell, and we'll just redo that. AP shell. One, two. That's gonna take a bit to get into place. Let's see. Oh, we're definitely not gonna be killing all of these. They said there's no end to this, right? This is just like for funsies. So we'll do a few of these, but I don't see the point in like blowing up the entire map. Did it go? No. We gotta ram it. Screwed in place. I'm shocked that something this big and intricate only has one employee. One soldier that manages the whole thing. Alright, we're just repeating our last one, right? So let's just arm it and fire. Interesting that somehow we, like, missed? Like, it's definitely in the blast radius, but this is not. I guess that's the plus minus 5% bearing thing. Kaboom. Okay, there's one down. And then we're gonna try to do target 2 and 3. Do you think we should do armor piercing for 2 and 3? Are they also going to be underground caches? If that's the case, yeah, armor piercing is very specific. So our firing solution will need to be, like, spot on. This is done. Well, this is useless now, so let's recalculate this. If we need this to be, if this is armor piercing, this is gonna be... whoop, dead nut center. 16... what? Something was just typed out. 16.72 is going to be 16.57. Let's load AP. Two charges. Where do you think the charges come from? Where's our cache of charges at? bearing 102. Spin the wheel! 102.8. And then 49, which is to go up 49.71. A little bit too far. 50, 49.721. 49.71. AP 102.8. Checklist is checked. System is armed. Fire in the hole. So what's the biggest thing that we could have here? FLCH. Good God, it's like a nuke? Holy crap. I think I only loaded 2 charges, didn't I? I was like, wait a minute, I saw the flight time was almost done and we were only like halfway there. That would explain it. This is what happens when you skip steps. 4. Load. Yeah, we only loaded 2. Whoopsie. 1, 2, 3, 4. I was so busy looking at the mechanism for the charges that I totally didn't register that we only loaded 2. Okay, 49.71, 102.8. We know this is alright. Fire. What is this now? 2.51 in this direction. It's this, right? Okay, let's take a look at this. There's one. Okay, yeah, they were armor, or did require armor piercing. So we got one, so we'll do one more. Let's get rid of this, and this, and this. We need a bearing and a distance to you. Boop. One more AP. This is 16.92. 4 charges. Armor piercing. Armor penetrating. One, two, three, 4. It is such a ridiculously massive amount of explosive. 103. $50.76. Ramp it up. 50.76. Let's check it. 57.6. Armor piercing. 103.0. Arm it. Fire. Fire away. So far, so good. And boom! We were off by just a bit, but it was still wide enough of a berth on our blast radius to nail it. Target number 3 destroyed. Okay. So yeah, there's no end to this. We're just gonna keep uncovering more and more stuff to shoot at. So I think is this to like milk requisition points or something? I'm not sure exactly what this is for, other than just like a free form having fun mode. So I think we'll just, with those 3 targets destroyed, we'll move on. Or what are we at? We're at just shy of 3 hours, so that might actually be a good place to call it for this first episode. Let's see what happens if once we end this mission. If we get a newspaper article, or we do. Enemies of Castile declare war. Madrid, December 12th, radio-type dispatch from St. Petersburg. The Imperial Russian government has issued a formal protest to Berlin following reports of increased German Imperial military advisors and material entering Ottoman territories. The announcement is made by the St. Petersburg Telegraph Agency, which is considered the official news agency of the Russian Empire. Okay, it seems like just some generic newspaper stuff. There's no, like, big headline, per se. No big centerpiece photo. Wanted witnesses said nothing unusual. For sale, 1 slightly used crater. New. Cellar deepening and reinforcement. Trust what you're told. It's for sale, mystery. Yeah, these are like randomly generated side articles. Okay. Let's move on. This is just a chill mission. We were awarded no medals for this. Achieved a high kills per shot ratio across a minimum of 20 enemy kills. Sustained consecutive kills across successive fire missions. Requisitioned and deployed a substantial volume of assets over the course of the mission. Single impact star. Destroyed multiple enemies with a single shell impact. So that would be a good use for our high capacity, high explosives. And then it turns yellow to show that it's been done, but you can go back and do it again. So I'm guessing based upon the size of the map and the relative ease at which they can develop these missions, because realistically, they're just like spreadsheets. With the exception of the newspaper articles at the end, these missions seem like they should be really, really easy to come up with. They really are just... I guess let's go back into skirmish mode. I guess we can redo any of these. We'll go back into skirmish mode. Just so I can walk around. Chill mode, right. These are, yeah, these should be pretty easy to make missions for, because they're really only just having to create the enemies on, like, a battleship-type board here. They really just exist as numbers. There's no models for the enemies. There's no, like, real story beats or things that they have to do other than just present numbers for you to calculate firing solutions for. So it's pretty genius, and despite that, it's still pretty satisfying, although I would compare this, let me go, we're in review mode here, so we'll go big mode. I would compare this to another game, another horror game that came out somewhat recently that has this same idea, but you're firing artillery against like an alien force that's invading, and there is a bit more story to it, like there's a radio, and you have characters that are talking to you over the radio, and it's not really clear who you're supposed to trust, and you have the horror element of like the aliens trying to get into the facility that you're firing from, so there's a bit more meta story going on as opposed to just, here's a bunch of targets, shoot at them over and over again. New mission, here's a bunch of targets, shoot at them over and over again. I think I would have liked to have seen a bit more of that in this. I think that would be like, as good as this is, and I do really enjoy this, and I would like to play more of this, but I think adding a little bit more of that meta lore and the concept of like stuff going on outside of your immediate environment would make this just bring it over the finish line for being an absolutely perfect game. But other than that, I mean, this is everything that it advertised in the tin. It is a very, well, I mean, I'm not an artillery operator, so I don't know just exactly how accurate this is to what being a real-world artillery operator would be like, but based on what I can see here, I think it's a pretty good approximation. Again, the mechanical design is incredibly well done. I assume, just like in real life, that there are computers that will help you with your firing solutions given a certain amount of data. So I have a feeling that all of this is fairly accurate to what you would see in a real battle type situation, with the veneer of like this fantasy World War II type aesthetic going on. And obviously the walking artillery mech design, so this is obviously a great deal larger than probably what you would see in an actual artillery deployment. But yeah, very cool like mixture of different genres here. The job simulator portion of it is really satisfying, again, like all of the other highly mechanical and intricate job simulators we played. It feels good to pull levers or to dial things in and to see immediate feedback on whether you did something right. I really enjoy the different tiers of things that you have to do, because like a job simulator lives and dies on the complexity of the job itself that you're performing, and if it's too simple, it doesn't really feel satisfying. And I really can't say if it's too complex. I've never played a job simulator that was too complex, but I would say that this is probably up there with one of the more intricate simulators that we've played here on the channel, as far as just the number of things that you have to check and the number of plates that you have to spin. And we haven't really fully unlocked all of it because there's obviously another turret here, so we'll have to potentially be doing some more things simultaneously in the future. But I do like that there is some friction, there's some resistance in the form of having the countdown clock for return enemy fire, and I assume that when that counts down to 0, you're just hit and it's an instant game over. So it does add that element of tension. You're not just like free to spend your time faffing around and, you know, taking as long as you want to get your calculations in. There's more of an onus on doing all of your prep work, or as much as your prep work as you can up front, so that you don't have to spend time running back to the map table after you've already engaged the enemy. Hello? Oh, interesting. New things will be spotted like dynamically as the match progresses. But yeah, so that does add like a tactical level to it, so you want to prepare or think ahead and think about the order of operations and the things that you're doing based on the demands of the particular scenario that you're in. Again, I think there is some great ideas, some great potential here for some more game modes, and potentially a PvP mode would be really interesting to see. Basically like playing battleships, but with gigantic walking mech artillery stations. So yeah, very cool game. Definitely, I would say, worth the wait. This has been on my wish list for quite some time now. And I think this, and there's another one coming called, what was it, PMKK, which is like it's a German word for planetary defense cannon or something like that. I think that one would probably be a bit more like what I'm referring to, where there's a lot more meta stuff going on around the job simulator of dialing in the cannon and firing it. So I am also looking forward to that one. I think this was probably a good taste of what we can look forward to in that one. Kind of like a nice middle ground between the more indie horror one, whose name escapes me. We're going to have to look it up real quick. Hang on. That one was called Strike from the Skies, which is part of actually an anthology game on Steam called Violent Horror Stories 2. So yeah, very similar idea to this, but with aliens and indie horror stuff going on. But I'm thoroughly impressed with this, and I would definitely like to hop back in and do some more missions and see just how hectic this can get, and maybe complete the campaign mode if there's not just like an unlimited number of story missions. But we'll add this to the list of things that we need to potentially get back to at some point after I wrap up with Star Rupture. But for this one, we're going to call it. So if you're still with us, thank you for watching. If you're enjoying this playthrough of Iron Nest Heavy Turret Simulator, hit like and subscribe. If you want to check out Iron Nest Heavy Turret Simulator for yourself, head on over to Steam and pick it up. And if you want to let me know what you think of the game so far, then hit the comments down below. But whatever you do, I'll see you right here again in the next one. So, until then, bye-bye.